Hi, this is Casey here from RMC, the Director of Remote Talent. I've got Maurizio here with me. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. Hey, the reason we're having you here is we want to have a little bit of feedback, a little testimony from you, just telling all the new workers and remote workers what it's like. We understand you work from school at Lemoyne, so can you tell us a little bit about what it's like, what you do, and how you do it?
So yeah, I work from Lemoyne College out in Syracuse, New York. It's about 2.5 hours from where I work full time in the summer. And pretty much what I do is I have the luxury of being able to pick my own hours. I work during the week when it's convenient to me, and I work standby with the managers and all the technicians. So if there's ever a problem, we are actually able to diagnose it and be able to get that transfer through. I average about 5 to 6 transfers per week, and sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle. You find your days where they're not as good as your best days, but you just got to always remember that you got to keep grinding. It's a process that eventually, once you get it down and you get your pitch down, everything's going to start flowing, and you'll find yourself being very successful and producing well for the company.
Great. And can I ask you, how long did it take you to start getting sales? A lot of people think with sales, you're going to jump right into it, but realistically, how long did it take you before you got really in the groove?
So it took quite a bit. When I first started, obviously there's so much to learn, so many different angles, and everything was kind of narrow at first because when you first start out, you kind of want to have just one basic understanding of how the products work. Over time, you start learning different angles and how you can branch off into a conversation or rebuttal something that you weren't expecting. So that comes with time. It is a process. You just got to kind of follow it and kind of just keep working and keep grinding.
Awesome, that's great. And lastly, just one thing is what kind of advice would you give for any new workers that are struggling or just coming on?
Some advice I would definitely give is to be able to take rejection. There is going to be some thrown your way, but you can't let that defeat you. You just got to use that kind of motivation into the next call, into the next sale, potential sale at least, and use that to kind of fuel the fire. I wouldn't let that get you down because you're only going to take a toll on yourself and it's going to be very discouraging. Stay positive, stay motivated, and that motivation is going to turn into sales, which is going to bump that paycheck up.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for having me.